The only thing that is completely equal for everyone is the amount of time they have in a day. Now, procrastination is when you know you should be doing something but you don't. And the main reason can be that you actually don't have enough reasons to do it. But another one can be that you see it as too difficult or as unmanageable. Now, that can lead you, so instead of scheduling 5 hours a week to do coursework, that can lead you to not doing anything until the last week, the week before the deadline. Now, we already discussed the negative consequences of that. The problem with having no plan or schedule is that you're likely to be in crisis mode all the time. Now, if we take a student that doesn't plan for anything, then they're going to start the year and most likely they're not going to do anything for the first 2-3 months because there's no pressure on them. Then they're going to realize at one point that they have a coursework deadline or an essay deadline, and they're going to be in crisis mode. They're going to put all their efforts into that one thing to get it done through desperation and forget everything else. And then January comes, another crisis. During the exams, they're going to put all their efforts into that and forget everything else. So by the time March comes, they're going to be tired, stressed and overwhelmed, and they're going to see the bad results they got because, as we've said, it doesn't work, does it? Only doing the last minute things. When they see these bad results, they're going to get even more demotivated. Then they're going to feel frustrated because they'll see that what they were trying wasn't working. So that's not going to inspire them to do any more work. They're most likely going to just not do anything again, which leads them to June, and that's going to be another crisis. So during the summer, they're going to feel guilty and lose confidence, which is only going to make things worse. Now, all of that is because they didn't take half an hour a week to plan their week, or they didn't use chunking to get through a big book throughout the year, or they didn't take any time, they didn't allocate any time to do any research into universities. So the only way to make the best use of your time and the only way to spread the pressure throughout the year so that you don't get stressed or overwhelmed at any point is to have a schedule. Now, the way you make a schedule is first, you start by writing everything down that you need to do or you need to remember. Now, you shouldn't stop at this stage because then it's known as a to-do list, but it's more like a stress list because it just gets longer and longer. So the second and most important step is to actually, at the earliest opportunity, schedule a time to do it so you can cross it off your list. Now, there are 2 additional points to do with scheduling. Number 1, if you get homework during the day, you need to be flexible. You need to schedule a time to do the homework in that very day. And in your diary, it's better to write down when you're actually going to do it as opposed to when the deadline is, because it's just a lot more useful if you write down, do it, I don't know, Friday nights between 4 and 5 or something. Now, the second thing is that Monday is nothing different. Monday, if anything, you probably have more reasons to do something now as opposed to Monday. Monday is more of an excuse. The third step is to put similar activities together. Like, let's say you want to do university research. You want to fill in half of your UCAS application this week. And you also want to, I don't know, research some student financing that's available. Then you want to put them all together. You can, for example, put them Sunday between 3 and 5. So the fourth step is that throughout the week, if possible, you add to it. You add additional information that can help you to it. If you are aware that you're going to do some research on Sunday, then throughout the week you hear someone say that this is a good website to help you, then you can add that to your schedule. Now, that's why it's so good, because if you only had a to-do list, then if someone gives you a good website, you're not going to remember their website, you're just going to remember that you still haven't done it. But if they give you the website, then you can add to it, which is going to help you. The fifth step is to schedule your top priorities first. And that is, for example, your fixed periods between 4:15 and 5 during the weekdays. You always want to put those in your schedule first. And on the weekends, for example, if you're doing any work in the morning, by the way, it's always good to do things in the morning because